CHAM awaits full report on alleged drug case. Detailed investigations over food poisoning case in Kluang. Good afternoon, I'm Azlani and you're watching News on 2. Bersatu Chairman Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad stressed that actions will be taken against any of its party members who have been proven to have committed an offence. Commenting on the arrest of a few individuals on alleged drug case in a raid in Jalan Puchong, the Premier said he had no clear information on the arrest and are still awaiting full report before deciding on the next course of action.
We will have to wait for full information before we can decide what to do. Of course, we believe in the rule of law. Anybody breaks the law, it doesn't matter who. Even if I break the law, I go to jail.
Tun Dr. Mahathir said this to reporters after visiting Daya Maju Infrastructure Asia's Sri Rail Rail Depot in Serenda, Selangor. Bersatu is to consider giving the special green light to allow former UMNO members who have crossed over to the party to contest in its upcoming party election. Chairman Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad said the approval is only applicable to those without any criminal records.
According to the rules, they cannot contest. But we do give exception for certain cases who are not involved in any criminal act.
Tun Dr. Mahathir said this to reporters after visiting Daya Maju Infrastructure Asia's Sri Rail Depot in Serenda, Selangor. On 8th of January, Bersatu Election Committee Chairman Tan Sri Syed Hamid Jaafar Albar had said that all of its Supreme Council members posts for the year 2019 to 2022 will be contested in the election to be held on 4th of April. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Abdul Hamid Bado has revealed that police would take action to seal and seize assets worth millions of ringgit belonging to the family of fugitive businessman Low Tek Jo. He said these assets, which were residential premises in the country, were believed linked to the One Malaysia Development Berhad 1MDB scandal. Tan Sri Abdul Hamid admitted that he had failed to arrest Jolo last year as promised, but it was because of obstacles put up by certain quarters inside and outside the country.
Dia rasa dia boleh pergi ke sana, menyuruh ke sana, kononnya ditawarkan kewarganegaraan dari sebuah negara Eropah. So saya nak sebut kepada dia, silakan. Kalau you rasa selamat, keluarlah. Tetapi daripada statement dia tu, statement dia tu nak cuci tangan seolah-olah dia tak terlibat apa semua tu, kalau betul datanglah balik.
He also gave his personal guarantee regarding Jolo's safety and legal rights if he returns to Malaysia. In another development, Tan Sri Abdul Hamid has confirmed that 17 individuals were detained during an inspection at a condominium in Jalan Puchong early Sunday. He said 16 of them tested positive for drugs. Tan Sri Abdul Hamid said police had recorded statements from the 16 individuals who were then released on police bail, except for a foreign woman. However, he declined to reveal their names as investigations were still ongoing.
Saya tidak akan mendedahkan nama-nama mereka di sini sebab akan proses siasatan masih dijalankan, proses untuk saringan kali kedua oleh pihak yang kita menunggu hasilnya. Selepas apabila didapati positif, kita akan ambil tindakan untuk mendakwa mereka di mahkamah.
The 17 arrested were 16 Malaysians, 10 men and 6 women, and 1 foreign woman. He said police searched the place and found a transparent packet believed to contain 0.5 grams of ketamine, a glass saucer believed to contain 0.3 grams of cocaine, and a cigarette containing leaves believed to be marijuana. Also seized were playing cards and chips believed to be used for online gambling activities. He said the case was being investigated under Section 12, Subsection 2 and Section 15, Subsection 1, Subsection A of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952 for taking drugs and being in possession of drugs, as well as Section 6, Subsection 1 of the Common Gaming Houses Act 1953. The Johor State Health Department, through the Kluang District Health Office, is conducting a detailed investigation into the food poisoning incident at the state government religious secondary school in the district yesterday. The investigation includes the premises cleanliness, its operator and employees, as well as surrounding factors. State Education, Health and Human Resources at SCO, Aminul Huda Hassan, said from the initial investigation, the food suspected to have caused the food poisoning was fried noodles served at school's canteen.
Saya dimaklumkan pihak yang kesihatan daerah telah ambil tindakan dan telah memantau dan melihat membuat pemeriksaan kepada bukan saja makanan, baki makanan tadi, tetapi juga keseluruhan kantin makanan. Ada bagi semak sekali buat pemeriksaan terus.
On the 10:20 a.m. incident yesterday, about 120 students were reported down with stomachache, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, headache and fever before were taken to clinic and hospital. However, all the students were in stable condition and were only treated as outpatients. One million influenza A antiviral tablets have been approved by the Health Ministry as an alternative supply to private clinics. The supply is expected to solve the issue of influenza vaccination shortage faced by the clinics. According to Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad, the supply is sufficient to cover 100,000 patients. Thus, private clinics with high demands from the people can now apply to the Ministry to obtain permission for the supply of the tablets. The Ministry has assured that approval will be given on the same day.
Bila satu keadaan yang agak alarming sikit dan semua mau dan rakyat semua pergi ke khususnya kepada fasiliti swasta, lalu mereka tidak ada buat stockpile berbeza kami. Jadi oleh kerana itu bila demand exceed supply berlakulah kekurangan dan itu sebabnya mereka sangat cemas, tetapi apapun dia sudah pun diatasi because there is now an increase we want to ensure the supply is achieved.
The Ministry also confirmed that there are no shortage of vaccination in the public healthcare facilities. Last December, the Ministry had acquired 90,000 doses of influenza vaccinations for the usage of private healthcare facilities, while more than 16,000 doses will be brought in on this 20th January. A Year 1 pupil Nur Dini Damia Muhammad Nur Ain, aged 7, who suffered from kidney and liver failure, died at the Sultanah Aminah Hospital, HSA in Johor Bahru last night. This was confirmed by her father through a WhatsApp message. Earlier, the child's father, Muhammad Nur Ain, 38, informed reporters that Dini Damia was admitted at the intensive care unit of HSA since last Friday. Prior to that, she was treated at a private clinic for fever. According to Dini Damia's medical report, she suffered from liver and kidney failure. She was earlier believed to have been infected with the influenza virus. However, she had tested negative for influenza after a PCR, polymerase chain reaction, test was conducted. Cabinet to discuss Plus takeover bid tomorrow. The decision to take over operations of highway concessionaire Plus Malaysia Sdn Bhd will be discussed when the Cabinet meets. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng said the matter would be discussed during the meeting tomorrow before any announcements are made.
Saya tak boleh buat pengumuman secara spontan. Kerana itu adalah pengumuman penting, biarlah berdasarkan kenyataan bertulis.
He said this during a press conference after officiating the Inland Revenue Board Directors Conference at the Wembley St. Giles Hotel in Georgetown. Last December, Lim said that a decision on Plus must be made soon that the government could avoid paying more compensation. The government has had to compensate toll operators since announcing a freeze on toll hikes last year. During the tabling of Budget 2020, Lim said that an average reduction of toll rates by 18% would have some 43 billion ringgit for highway users until 2038, which is when the concession ends. So far, there have been 4 formal offers to take over Plus. The government's move to raise the minimum marriage age for Muslims from 16 to 18 was not meant to be a burden, but instead it is to curb many social problems. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail said this is because many parents have been found to be giving their children away to marriages at the age of 16 due to poverty, school dropouts and out-of-wedlock pregnancies.
Tapi kita nak buatkan, perbetulkan keadaan supaya kanak-kanak, terutamanya kanak wanita itu bila ada kahwin, had perkahwinan umur itu dilihat sebagai boleh dan mampu menjalani satu hidup baru dalam menyediakan masuk dalam alam perkahwinan, alam rumah tangga dengan segala kewajipan yang berkaitan dengan rumah tangga. Juga ini bukan saja nak buatkan satu law dan AGC ini, tapi juga kita melihat bahawa nakkan tangani punca kenapa ini berlaku.
Speaking in Kuala Lumpur, Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah, who is also Women, Family and Community Development Minister, wanted the ministry to come up with a strategic plan and solution to address the issue. She added that the discussion should be held holistically as the Islamic family law falls under the jurisdiction of respective state rulers as the head of the Islamic religion. Thus far, Selangor had agreed to amend the minimum marriage age for Muslims from 16 to 18. Built as a temporary shelter for families of patients undergoing hospital treatment, the Anjung Kasih project has benefited 75,299 people with 620 beds since it first began in 2006. To date, a total of 12 Anjung Kasih facilities have been established in major hospitals nationwide, while 4 more are being set up and due to be completed at the latest by next year. Deputy Minister of Women, Family and Community Development Hannah Yeoh said contributions are welcome to upgrade and manage the existing Anjung Kasih facilities. She also called corporate sector to work with the government to make the project a success, adding such donations will also help build new facilities in hospitals.
Jadi keluarga yang layak untuk datang, prioritinya jika ahli keluarga mereka sakit di hospital sini dan telah tinggal di sini untuk jangka masa yang panjang, dan keluarga yang berkelayakan yang pendapatan rendah, semua ini akan ditapis oleh pihak hospital lah. Okey, jadi mereka tidak perlu membayar apa-apa, hanya deposit sahaja.
She was met after launching the new Anjung Kasih facility at the Sultanah Bahiyah Hospital in Alor Star. The facility, which has begun its operation a week ago, has 82 beds and 11 family rooms, as well as counselling counter and 2 prayer rooms. The cost of setting up the Anjung Kasih is estimated at 90,000 ringgit. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Seri Dr. Mujahid Yusof, has refuted claims made by the group of ex-civil servants at G25 that the setting up of JAKIM and the National Council of Islamic Religious Affairs were not in line with the Constitution. He expressed regret that the group continued to raise the issues, although they had been given a detailed explanation on the matter last November.
Lahirnya JAKIM itu adalah untuk menyambut keperluan-keperluan semasa yang semakin membesar, termasuklah bajet. Dan kita pun tahu dari segi perlembagaan, kerajaan persekutuan boleh menetapkan peruntukan kewangan untuk pentadbiran Islam, di mana yang unconstitutionalnya. Yang kedua, segala urusan imam yang diperuntukkan gaji mereka, elang mereka, guru takmir yang diperuntukkan elang mereka, guru kafar, pegawai penyelaras masjid, semuanya dari federal. Siapa nak urus tu? Jadi itulah peranan JAKIM menguruskan semua perkara tersebut dan dia tidak bercanggah dengan perlembagaan.
He added that JAKIM has a platform to deal with the state government in relation to Islamic affairs, adding any of its views would not undermine the power of state and the Sultan. That concludes today's updates at noon. In our top story, detailed investigation of a food poisoning case in Kluang. News on 2 comes on at 7 this evening. I'm Azlani Adani. Thanks for watching.